Test, 1, 2, 3. Test, 1, 2, 3. What's going on, team? It's Ricky with Learn Plan Profit. Hope that you guys are all having a good start to the morning. We got AMC with a really nice push. Ticker symbol HOOD with a nice push. HOOD is now trading at $48.30. So let's see what we got going on here. Good morning. Let me remove the old one. What's up? What's going on? Jasmine, buy low, sell high. Jesus, no days off. What's going on? Zach, what's up? So as you guys can see, let's look at the 1 hour time frame, see what we got going on. HOOD now trading above EMA on the 1 hour time frame. It's done this before and it doesn't hold for very well. Friendly reminder, last time, as in yesterday, we got rejected at nearly $49 a share. So one of the things that we're always here to encourage you to do is, at any time that you think that we're at a resistance level, if you want to lock in profits, it's never a bad idea, and we can't stress that enough. So let's make sure that we take that into consideration. What's going on? What's up? Here we go. So we're testing $48 a share as of right now, pulling on back. We'll see if we hold above that EMA line. So looks like it's a very green day as of right now. We got Tesla trading at 673. That's from yesterday's lows, bouncing from yesterday's lows of 640 or 650, or on average 650. It hit lows of 648. So very happy with its overall performance. We got AMC now pushing to highs of $38. Yesterday we hit highs of $38.77. These are overbought levels around this general area, so make sure you take that into consideration. But everything's in the green, right? This is. Remember? Do you guys remember we talked about this yesterday? It is so amazing when you don't force trades, when you don't overwhelm yourself with, I need to make it happen today. And you allow the opportunity to actually present itself. And instead of forcing a trade and wasting a day trade yesterday when the market was pulling back, right? You can set your future self up for success with either buying the dip yesterday, buying a couple of shares of a stock that you saw value in, and today it can play out pretty well, right? And today's just one of. Can you guys hear me okay? Can you guys hear me okay or no? Test, 1, 2, 3. Someone is saying that it's very echoey. I just want to double check. Watch out for ticker symbol HOOD breaking below the SMA line. So we've been holding above the SMA line the entire pre-market session. So breaking below it would not be the best sign. There it goes, and it is breaking below. So a lot of volatility right now on ticker symbol HOOD. So find out, perfect, clear, I can hear you, good, crystal clear. It's just the dad voice, nice, sounds good. Okay. All right. Let's see what else we got going on. So we got Wix up 1.4%. We got SQ up 1.8%. AMC up to 850. This is actually pretty, very, very high for AMC. Just gonna sell market order. Sell 50 shares here. Alrighty. So there it goes. Got filled at 38.68. Not bad. Okay. Tesla 675. Really nice bounce there. We got even SQQQ in the green. That's interesting, right? Overall NASDAQ market is still down a little bit, but not too much. We can see that it hit highs of 14,667. Pulling on back, still indicating signs of an uptrend. No pullback as of right now. So just in case the market does pull on back, obviously this does have an influence on the overall markets, especially tech stocks. So let's go ahead and set the alerts on that. So it looks like ticker symbol HOOD is finding a support level here. Looks like we might be making a recovery. What do you guys think about HOOD? Is this something that you're locking in profits on? Is this something that you're still holding? What's your intent with it? Are you not trading it? What's the idea behind it? Alright, here we go. 1 day, 1 minute chart. Let's see, as we approach previous resistance levels, I'm going to load off a little bit on my position. Let's see, let's give it some time. AMC still pulling on back as of right now. I'm going to set an alert on this. No, I like it there. If it pulls on back to 37.50, I might buy a couple more shares of AMC as it pulls back to the SMA line, and see if it rallies once again, right? Here it goes, ticker symbol HOOD, $48. I see. All right, Steven. A cut half yesterday. Okay. I can see why, right? HOOD yesterday hit lows of $46. I can see the idea of, it pulling back and how that could instill fear. I think what I would have done differently is instead of cutting half at one of the lowest points yesterday, I just wish we would have never taken such a heavy position in the start, right? Because you're reducing your position size yesterday and then HOOD recovering today. Just the back and forth with that. I wish it was something that you would have first originally when you got into HOOD did it with a position size in which you're a little bit more comfortable with. So if HOOD does pull on back, you would have not freaked out. You would have not had to reduce. If anything, when it indicates signs of a reversal, it would have been more encouraging to buy more versus sell, right? And this is something that you have to think about time after time. How many times, and I'm asking you guys for those that want to participate in answering. I know I've done this a lot of times when I was first getting started, and even now. I mean, I make mistakes, very simple mistakes from time to time that I made when I first got started, right? We're human, there's human error, and it's just like owning up to the mistakes and making sure that you try to the best of your ability to not make them as often, right? That's the only goal with it. But how many times have you guys, buy a stock a little bit too heavy, the stock pulls on back, you cut losses, and as soon as you cut losses, the stock recovers, and it feels like the entire market is against you. Where if you would have done one very simple thing, or I guess you could have done two things. First, if you would have waited for confirmation, meaning that you would have not bought in the dip on something, you would have never been in that stock in the first place, right? So you could have been very conservative and just waited for confirmation. Much easier said than done, but definitely an approach, right? So it pays to be patient. Second, instead of going all in and having a habit of going all in when you buy the dip, maybe the idea of buying 10%, 20% of a position. So if you trade with $1,000, going in with $100 or going in with $200. Do you get what I mean? Because if you buy the dip with $100 and you trade with $1,000 and the stock pulls back a little bit, the dollar amount that you're down is not going to be so devastating and not so discouraging that it won't make you uncomfortable. So instead of cutting losses, you can make a more informed decision, right? Instead of reducing your position size when the market is pulling back, why not do that in the first place? Keep it light in the beginning if you choose to buy early to tolerate pullbacks. So if best case scenario, the market does recover, you can buy more. So yes, you might miss out on a little bit of margin because you bought in a little bit late, but ask yourself this simple question. Would you rather be someone that buys in late or that cuts losses at the bottom and sees the market recover? I think that's a very, very easy answer for a lot of us to answer. Do you guys get what I mean? All right. Did we do good with AMC? Did AMC pull on back? Yep. Look at that. Look at that beauty. We sold at 38 set 68. Look at that. All right, I'll buy a couple of shares. I'll buy some. I'll buy 100 shares. That's about $3,000 worth of AMC. Buy the dip, right? We'll see where it goes. If it breaks back above a certain price point, if it breaks back above EMA, I'll buy another couple of shares. I'll buy like 50 shares or something. There it goes. Ticker symbol HOOD pulling on back as well. All right. And that goes hand in hand with experience, but also maybe having too much money on the line. So this is a really good comment that Elizabeth has. And it says, I have so much less anxiety and self-doubt when I manage my position and exit and entry. And it's all about like having a plan. I don't know how else to put it. I use this analogy all the time, and you guys are going to have to cut me some slack because I'm going to be a dad now if all goes well, right? And these dad jokes and these dad analogies are just absolutely horrible. But hopefully you understand what I mean. The idea of what she's sharing with us is I have so much less anxiety and self-doubt when I manage my position size and exit and entry. So the idea behind that is do the hard work in the beginning, right? With taking a light position, understanding where you plan to sell, understanding where you plan to cut losses, your entire plan. Have that all set up before you actually buy the stock. And when you buy the stock, make sure that you do it with a small enough dollar amount that if things go south, you don't begin to think about, well, I don't want to cut losses because I'm down a certain dollar amount. But all you think about is, I'm okay with cutting losses because things are going south, right? Because the dollar amount that you're down is so minute that it doesn't matter. Allow yourself with the dollar amount that you're trading with to focus on the learning part and not so much on the I need to make money right now. Making money comes later, right? All of you, and this is a very simple question you could ask yourself is, do you intend, as you're learning how to trade right now, do you intend to trade with the same dollar amount 1 year from now, 5 years from now, or 10 years from now? Probably not, right? The whole point of trading, the whole point of investing is to scale and to trade with more. So why are you in such a rush to make the most money right now by not locking in profits, by not reducing your position size, by not cutting losses? Why are you so undisciplined right now and so in a rush right now when the dollar amount that you're trading with isn't even what you could be trading with later down the road? When you're trading with a good amount of money, that's where the money begins to flow in, right? You guys have seen it time after time where, when I post my profits, both my losses are bigger too, but my gains are much bigger as well, right? And it's all about perspective. It's like, do the hard work now, gain the experience, gain the confidence, make the mistakes now at a low cost, right? Because you're making mistakes with a smaller dollar amount so you can scale and become more refined. So later down the road, again, that's where you can really begin to bring it in. So let me know what you guys think about that. Here it goes, AMC dropping. Here it goes, AMC still pulling on back. It's a good thing that we kept it light. Do you guys see that? The entire market went from majority in the green to almost majority in the red, right? Look at this. Look at how it looks now. Majority in the red, right? We got some top gainers. Let's see if any of them are ones that catch our eyes. So this is under the Webull platform. You guys can see this. If you guys don't have the Webull platform already, again, I have that video on YouTube that shows you how to set it up before you even get started. So feel free to check that out on YouTube if you haven't done so already. Top losers. Let's see if we like any of these. Nothing now. Here, all-time highs. And then we got earnings. Urban Outfitters, nice. I want to check this one out. All right, so this one's already oversold. When was that one going to report earnings? 8/24, so still some time away. A little bit more on the oversold side. This one's almost like a horizontal pattern, right? So if it stays true to this, I haven't seen these in a while. Look at that. Horizontal resistance level, horizontal support. How many of you guys like trading stocks like this? Support, resistance, support, resistance, support, resistance, support, resistance, support, resistance. This makes it easier to understand where I want to buy, where I want to sell, and as it pulls on back, where I potentially want to buy and where I potentially want to sell, right? I like it. It's not too bad. All right, so we got SQQQ, pretty much break even today. It's trying to push up, but not very well. Very low volume here. And then we got Hood, ticker symbol Hood. There it goes, showing signs of a potential reversal. Tesla running, yeah, up 2%, up to highs of 680. I like it. So Ricky, do you still use the 5-to-1 rule? So Nick, that's like the golden ratio, right? The intent of the golden ratio is to have some form of upside versus downside. The 5-to-1 is just an example. It could be the 3-to-1. It could be a 10-to-2 or a 10-to-3, 10% upside versus a 3% downside. It's just making sure that every single time that you choose to take advantage of a stock, that you always see more upside than you do downside. And if you don't, then again, that golden ratio is supposed to encourage you to filter out or maybe wait for the opportunity to be a little bit more attractive. Why would someone want to wait for an opportunity to be more attractive? It's like forcing a day trade yesterday when the market's selling off. It's just so much more difficult. How many of you guys tried day trading yesterday and didn't day trade SQQQ? I don't want to talk about SQQQ, but how many of you guys tried day trading? What the heck's going on with Hood? You guys see this? Look at this. Holy smokes. Let's keep it light. Look at that. Look at that breakout. This is why it's so important. Sell 200. Up 4,000 on the day. Let's see where we're going. Sell a couple more up here. That's a nice push. Here we go. Let's see. All right, so it looks like it might be the overall NASDAQ market also recovering right now. Is that correct, or is that just Hood? Is that just Hood? How's Tesla doing? No, Tesla's pushing as well. Look at that. So we normally, what was just released? We have to see what's causing this as, look at that. Hood now at $49. Let's see where we're at for the day. It's pulling on back. Let's see, 49. All right, 4,300, 4,600, 4,900. So yeah, it's moving quite fast. I'm gonna want to sell a little heavier. There it goes. It's already pulling on back. It might be losing its momentum already. Look at the volume bar, right? Secondary, most recent volume bar. Let's see what we got. All right, just broke 5,000 on the day. Tesla's still pushing. Look at that, 682. We just broke above it, 682. AMC pulling on back. I'm actually kind of happy AMC's pulling back. I'd love to buy the dip on AMC. There we go. Set a limit on this. The thing I like about Robinhood, like many other trading platforms though, is that you could do the drag and drop. So I can put a limit order here and I'll leave it there though. So if I get filled, I get filled. There it goes, got filled with 500 shares at 49.35. So one of the things that we're really big on within the Learn Plan Profit group, right, especially if you're new or you're just tuning in for the first time, is reducing position size, keeping it light and keeping it tight. It's a joke, but we say these things for you to be able to remember the idea behind it. Why would I want to lock in profits up here if the stock was trading up down here? What if it continues to run? Well, I'm not here to hope. Right? I'm trying to be more on the conservative side and more realistic. So yes, the stock can run up to $100 a share. You are correct. It can run up to 50, it could run up to 55. But from my experience, and you can answer this yourself, more often than not, when a stock pushes up within a very short period of time, it doesn't have to happen right away, but it tends to correct itself and it pulls right on back. So one of the things, going back to that idea of Why are you in such a rush to try to make the most money? Why not just stay consistent and focus on being consistent? So when we see strong rallies like this, we just broke 6,000 on the day. This is why I have such a big focus on reducing position size. And it doesn't mean that you have to sell it all, right? Did I sell my entire position? No, but I sold about half of what I had, right? As it pushed up, I sold half. So when the market, and if Hood pulls right on back, it was for that it wasn't for nothing. So if Hood pulls right on back to lows of 47, I can buy more and then ride the recovery, right? It's all about having a plan and thinking about worst case scenario. That was a strong pullback. Look at that. This is a big move. That's a really big move. Not yet, but close, right? Not yet, but close when it comes down to Tesla. What do you guys think about ticker symbol Hood? Would you guys reduce your position size as well at these overbought levels? Do you see how, it's moving very aggressively up here? It's scary. It's scary when you have a lot of money in it. It could be scary, but if you know how to manage your position size, it's not that it's not scary. It just becomes, or you become a little bit more comfortable being scared. Do you get what I mean? You just become more experienced. It's like driving a car. The first time, it's very scary. Over the years, it's not that the road is any less dangerous. It's just that you're more comfortable being scared. You have experience. You have confidence. But it's still risky. It's still dangerous, right? Here we go. Watch out for the breakout above $50. Watch out for the breakout above $50. Here we go. Testing 49.80. So we're already above yesterday's highs. Look at that. Yesterday's highs, right? The previous resistance level is right around $50. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get rejected here. I'd love to see ticker symbol Hood break out above it, but we can't be surprised if it doesn't. There it goes. Watch for the pullback. Look at that. Look at that. Tesla at 684. Looking good. AMC pretty much break even. Not bad. All right, there we go. All right, and we just hit that 30-minute mark. So that was perfect. One of the things that a lot of you guys have been asking us is we haven't ran a sale in a while. I know we have a few of you, not too many probably tuning on in. I know that it's really early for a lot of people. We host these live trading sessions every morning. Some days are more eventful than others. I feel like this week has been really good. We just have had really good conversations, right? Obviously, trading happens when an opportunity presents itself or when we have to lock in profits. When it comes down to these conversations, we try to have open-ended conversations every single day. and making sure that we talk about the market, the current market conditions, and having a positive outlook, right? Depending if it's, regardless if it's a red day, regardless if it's a green day. I think a really big thing when it comes down to trading is having that general understanding and a group understanding of knowing like how to take on the market, especially it might be viewed or might be thought to be a little bit more difficult when you're doing it on your own. So I just pinned. I hope that you guys can see it. You guys can refresh the page if you can't see it. But I just put a $50 off coupon. We have a total of 15 spots that we opened for LPP. So if you guys want to join, you guys can feel free to click on it. It's $50 off. You don't have to. You don't need to rush into it. But it's the only group that gets to watch me trade live every day. It's the only group that gets to work with me every day. So if you want access to the course, if you want access to the daily live trading sessions, it's all inclusive. It's lifetime access and all the updates. And that's that one link. It's the only thing that I offer. So just a heads up on that. But nonetheless, I had fun. I had fun with you guys today. Obviously, ticker symbol Hood played out really well, hitting highs of nearly $50. I'm super happy that we reduced our position size. I don't know if you guys did, but you know, this is why we say, right? We always say that when the markets pull on back, the only people that are upset are those that didn't prepare. Because when the market pulls back, that's the time that you can pick up the stocks that you see value in on sale. So like yesterday, that's all I was doing. While everyone's freaking out that the market's pulling back, that Tesla's dropping to 650, you think I care that Tesla's dropping to 650? I wasn't in Tesla, but guess what I did? I made sense of, hey, I'd love to buy some shares at 650. I'll buy 150 of them, right? And I'd love to buy more if it indicates signs of an uptrend. The only people that freak out during market pullbacks are those that are not prepared. And the only way that you're not prepared is when you have all of your money invested in something and things go south. So it's difficult to do and it's much easier said than done, but to the best of your ability, this is why we encourage others to be aware of your position size. If you want to hold strong and you don't want to sell any of your shares, I hope that you know that I'm never here to tell you what to do. And I'm never going to tell you what to do. I'm not going to tell you what to buy, where to buy it, nothing like that. But I will share my experiences and I will explain every single time why I do what I do. Why do I sell at these overbought levels? Why do I buy at these oversold levels? And the only way that I can buy the dip on oversold levels is by selling the highs or keeping my position light enough to be prepared for worst case scenario. So I'm very excited to follow up. We'll continue this conversation in our Discord. And yeah, it should be pretty interesting. The market's not even down very much. You can see that it's pretty much break even. So we can see the NASDAQ market is down 0.04%. So relatively break even. A lot of the stocks went from being green on the day to red on the day. So if things go south once again, this is why we keep a light enough position size that we can tolerate it, that we don't become an emotional mess, so we don't want to give up and so we don't want to get discouraged, right? So have that big picture in mind. I really do appreciate you guys' time. If you guys have any questions, especially if you're part of the Learn Plan Profit team, and if you're new to the team, please message me via Discord. Just introduce yourself, what your goals are, and how you think I could assist you along the way. So I'll keep you guys up to date, but so far I have only 1,300 shares now, so I reduced my position size to half, and I'm up a little bit over $5,000 on the day. So like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. And again, if you guys want the $50 off, that's pinned on this live chat. Like always, take care, team.